All right, welcome. So, what we're going to talk about in this subject is code creation. So, this is going to be extremely important for all of my coders out there and also non coders because going forward, we're moving into a frictionless society. So, anything that requires friction is going to be eliminated. So, uh, for my coders out there, I believe that coding and coders and specifically is going to be one of the last jobs to survive in this new AI revolution, which is good for you all. But over time, coding is going to be less frictionless. So you're now able to write code specifically by being able to just write out a sentence. Now, understanding code is another subject, which why I believe that coders will survive. But going forward, you need to understand how to use this for your beneficial, and that's going to be the difference between a good coder and a great coder going into the future. Those who understand how to use ChatGPT for their benefit versus those who don't. So here I used a quick example of something that a non-coding person would say, and this could, keep in mind this can always be expanded upon to become more specific in detail. You can ask it to write you a Python script, JS, HTML, but for example purposes, I just asked it to write me an app that links to essays and summarizes them in 5 bullet points. And then I asked, can you write that code for me? So I wanted to be specific. And it said, sure, I can help you with that. And as you can see, this is for my non-coders out there. This is coding language. It has to be very specific. So it has summarized essay, request URL, essay text, soup. Don't worry about that. Then the summary, right? And then for sentences, it's going to ask them to put them in bullet points, and then print summary after the URL is presented. So again, it's going to note also that this is just an example to get started, and this is where understanding code comes in, because me or any other regular person would not know how to enter this in to make it a fully runnable software. You would need some type of help from a real experienced coder per se. But again, this is just an example, and it's just going to show you the capabilities involved. Also, there's another topic that I want to cover, and so I'm just going to hit new thread, in which code debugging. So for my experienced coders out there, we understand the importance of semicolons, periods, slashes, and these things have a major difference in whether the code works or not. We all understand that you can be 3 a.m. staring at a screen for 6 hours and the code, it just isn't working, and it's because you misplaced a period. So that can be extremely frustrating. But with the capabilities now, you can enter in your software, in your code, and the AI will be able to determine what mistakes you have made. So right here, this is just a bugging tool, and this what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this code in there. There's a error in this code, and I'm going to see what ChatGPT does to resolve the error and if it can point it out for me. So what I'm going to do, and this is what you can do for yourself. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to paste it. Sorry about that. And as you can see, it's printing out the exact error that is coming up. And there we go. So again, this is just one of the tools you can use to not only make yourself more efficient, but also to be able to streamline your process. We understand how difficult coding is. All of us who do coding understand that, and if there's any way we can make ourselves more efficient and save time, it will be great all around. So again, this is just one of the other examples for my coders out there. This is going to be something that you all use that will really take your coding to the next level, and being able to understand ChatGPT and its uses and how it can benefit you in your day-to-day life is what's gonna take you from good to great. And if you're already great, which most coders maybe or maybe not believe in, uh, it can take you from great to excellent. So that's it right there. Learn and understand. I want you to get in there, play with it, take some of your previous code that you have already established, ask it to make it more efficient, let it give it the most details possible, and also see if it can create you code from scratch. If you instead of having to if you have a problem and you need to create a solution for it, instead of having to remember everything that you learned and create the HTML and this is that, ask it, hey, I want to create a code that does this or that. Can you please create the code for me in Python or CSS, anything of that nature? Use it to its full capabilities, and you'll be able to succeed. So that's just one example. Let's go on to the next.